Jbcw. This is a special episode. We are honoring the Attitude Era, and kicking things off, we got the triple threat match featuring three of the biggest stars to come out of the Attitude Era. We have the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the People's Champion, The Rock, and the only Olympic gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle. The only successful Olympic gold medalist that I might add. Gable Stevenson got laughed out of the building in his debut in NXT. And there you see the Brahma Bull, the People's Champion, The Rock. And what up, Atticus Black? Glad to have you on. And by the way, Atticus, glad to have you. And hopefully you can do commentary with me, as Demon King of Souls is gone for the weekend. He won't be back until September 11th, which is why we're not doing the pay-per-view today. And there you see Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, I have to ask you, Atticus Black, what did you think of the Attitude Era, and who do you think was the most successful of the Attitude Era, and who was the least successful of the Attitude Era in both the men's and women's division? Oh. Damn. Well, hopefully you get home safely, Atticus. And so here we go. We got The Rock, Kurt Angle, and Stone Cold Steve Austin now. And The Rock and Austin know each other so well. They're the only two people to main event WrestleMania a total 3 times.
You don't want to be the first one targeted because things can snowball against you quickly. Nice takedown.
And Austin and The Rock. And Kurt Angle, I think he wasted the remaining best years of his career in Impact. Yes, I am. I am going to be doing more special shows to get us to September 11th, which will be the end of the line pay-per-view. There'll be more filler episodes. And right now, Austin and The Rock going at it. And Austin trying to superplex The Rock. He can barely get him up there. That is in the works. I plan on doing a tribute show to ECW. And also, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a cooking video sometime this weekend, I should say. I've just been too tired today to really do much of anything. And Angle tried to bring in a bat now. Running Bulldog by Austin. I do plan on doing a Ruthless Aggression show centered around Eddie Guerrero, Rikishi, Rob Van Dam, John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Batista, and JBL. Brian, the final episode will be on September 11th. I had to cancel that because a lot of people couldn't make it today or this weekend. And Kurt Angle with the Coquina clutch there. And I'm surprised AEW hasn't made Jim Ross the head of talent scouting, because it was Jim Ross who scouted John Cena, the Hardys, Orton, Brock Lesnar, and that class from OVW, which is now owned by Al Snow. And Lou Thesz pressed by Austin. Austin waiting for The Rock to gain his balance just a little bit. And European uppercut there by Kurt Angle. Yep, FCW and OVW. And The Rock just clotheslining Kurt Angle, and Austin now chopping The Rock down. And yes, FCW turned into NXT. And, FCW is WWE's developmental territory, which turned into NXT, which was originally ran by Dusty Rhodes. It was the American dream that really got FCW and NXT really started him and Triple H. And The Rock breaking up the pinfall there. All three of these men Hall of Famers, except The Rock hasn't really been inducted into the Hall of Fame yet. Spine on the Pine, spine buster there by The Rock, shades of Arn Anderson. And the Brahma Bull. Your match against Rice Jr. will be that Thursday before the 11th on the 10th. And The Rock went to pin the wrong person there. Chop blocked by Austin. And Kurt Angle, I don't know how he's still in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Your match against Rice will be on the 10th of September.
Austin looks to be feeling the strain of that last assault. I'm just surprised that this triple threat match is still going on, Cole. I bet Saxton this would have been over by now. Whatever's playing here can't be good. Big time clothesline. Good grief.
Sure. We can do that. So, Rice, if you're watching, your match against Atticus Black will be a 2 out of 3 falls Hell in the Cell match. It'll be the main event of the End of the Line pay-per-view, which will be on the 11th.
He wants even more out of his opponent. Big time power.
And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our tribute to the Attitude Era. And now we're back to Austin and The Rock now. Yes, you will have that match that night, but you'll also face the Brooklyn Joker on the 10th. You'll face the Brooklyn Joker on the 10th. Then you'll face then you'll face Atticus Black on the 11th. I mean, it's your call, Rice. Whichever match you want. I mean, if you want both matches on the same night, I can make that happen.
Into the ring again. Angle with that intense look in his eyes. Right on the lower back.
And now Angle. What a suplex. Rice Jr. versus John Breakdown in the End of an Era match will still happen. It'll be on our kickoff show. Or that can happen on the 10th. And Stone Cold Steve Austin wins this triple threat matchup. Wow, Atticus Black says, I don't want any excuses, damn.
What a tremendous effort from all three superstars involved in this hard-hitting triple threat. There's a reason this is called a triple threat match, gentlemen, and these three superstars...
Wow, Atticus Black coming hard at Rice Jr., damn. And now we got two Hall of Famers, Cactus Jack versus Vader. Vader is responsible for Mick Foley not having part of his ear. These two men loved to brawl. Very smash mouth, very in your face.
Well, here comes a hardcore wrestling icon who is indeed ready for a brawl.
And there you see the hardcore legend, Cactus Jack.
Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds.
I'm waiting to see what Mike says. And Mike says, okay, Rice Jr. versus Atticus Black at the pay-per-view, and Joker beating my ass, haha. Now that's a joke. So on the 10th, it'll be an end of an era match. And on the 9th, it'll be Joker versus Rice Jr. in a special one-on-one episode. That way, Rice is prepared. So on the 9th, it'll be Rice versus Joker. On the 10th, it'll be Rice versus John Breakdown in an end of an era match. And on the 11th, it'll be Rice Jr. versus Atticus Black at the end of the line pay-per-view.
Mick's a crazy SOB, but he knows better than to let Cactus Jack out of the cage. When he throws on that shirt, it transforms.
Man, I miss listening to Vader, do a promo, and Vader's match against Shawn Michaels was amazing, even though Shawn didn't want to work with Vader. Vader was a monster when he went to WCW. His match versus Sting, an instant classic. And right up till his death, Vader was still wrestling.
Hoisted up. Big power slam. Oh, what a clothesline. Oh, stomping away. Vader might love physicality just as much as Cactus. Is it enough? Two. He gets the shoulder up in two. He really thought that was it. Ooh, nice hip drop.
And by the way, guys, click like it's something Michael Rice, Gaming in Reaction with Mickey. Be right back, guys. I'm going to go get something to drink.
This is just vicious. That'll break his heart. Vicious. Cactus answers back. Taking it outside the ring now. What a shot. And Cactus Jack's never backed down from a fight in his life, and looks like tonight will be no exception. Wasting absolutely no respect on his opponent. You gotta love it. Oh, man, check out this power. Turning the tables there. Overhand connects. He's returning fire. Held in a perilous position.
Wow, the absolute animosity and heat between Atticus Black and Rice Jr.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down? He's in for something bad. DDT.
And I just dropped my phone. Shit.
Measured up nicely. Fist drop.
Dear Black, we went to hell and fought together, and at the end of the line, we go back to hell. I hate that I respect, but that night, the devil will... I did not see your proposal, Atticus Black. I did not see it. Give me a second. And he says the devil himself won't be able to save you. Okay, so if you lose, you're going to break up the wolf pack. Okay. Well, you're going to have to take it up with the new management, Atticus Black. Because on that night, at the end of the line pay-per-view, Jbcw ceases to be under my ownership, and it'll go to a new owner. As I end my commentating career here in Jbcw. Everything has to have an ending. I've been doing wrestling Let's Plays for 8 years, since 2015. And it's been a hell of a ride, and I can't thank you guys enough. I really wish my original channel was up, because so many great matches on 2015. So many great opponents, great storylines. But I'll tell you one thing, this has been the best reincarnation of Jbcw ever. Just the characters who have walked through those doors, the roster that I have, it's the best I've ever had. The respect that each and every one of you guys show when you're cutting your promos. You guys don't shoot, you guys keep it legit 100, and Atticus Black says, I'm beyond saving. I don't want pity from the devil. And Cactus Jack now going to go for a choke slam. Headbutt by Jack, and these two legends are going at it. And like I said, very Smash Mouth. Like, Vader was one of the first big men, like really big men, that I've ever seen do a moonsault. And Cactus Jack, even flow DDT. And Cactus Jack wins this rematch from Hamburg, Germany. You know who I wish was on the game?
Here is your winner, Cactus Jack.
I really wish Raven was on the game. I really wish Raven would be on the game, and maybe when 2K24 comes out for WWE, maybe we'll get some ECW alumni. Maybe Sabu? Maybe Raven, the Sandman, Balls Mahoney, Axel Rotten. And now, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have two of the best tag teams of their generation. We have the 80s meeting the 90s, as it's the Mega Powers meeting D-Generation X, accompanied by the billion-dollar princess Stephanie McMahon. Or should I say Stephanie McMahon Helmsley? I don't know if she took Trips' last name.
Savage has been called.
And there you see, ooh, yeah, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One of the best. And there you see Hulk Hogan in his prime. And also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're down in Florida, you ought to check out Hogan's Beach Shop. Not a sponsor, but still. And this crowd here chanting for Triple H. It's going to be Triple H and Savage starting off this tag team matchup.
We've got D-Generation X ready to get things going.
And collar elbow tie up now, and Trips. God, I would have paid money to see Savage versus Triple H one-on-one. Oh, man. Like in the early 2000s, Savage was still in shape. He could have come back to WWE. I mean, even if just for a one-off. And Atticus Black just cutting some vicious promos.
Let's hope they're a bit more focused on the match and not the rules tonight. Monterrey, Mexico has been waiting a long
I mean, let me ask you guys something. If Randy Savage were still alive, who would you want to see him face off with and why? As Trips brings Savage over into the D-Generation X corner, and Shawn Michaels now. Shawn Michaels actually did face off against Savage early on in his career. And very light work for the Heartbreak Kid.
He's got him getting ready.
I mean, Savage was still in shape. He was only like 43. I mean, Savage was sorry, he was in his late 40s. He was in his late 40s in the early 2000s. I mean, hell, Savage didn't retire until like, what, 2002, 2003? Because he had the feud with Jay Lethal in Impact.
The intimidation, part of what makes Triple H the cerebral assassin.
We actually got to see Triple H versus Hogan. And Triple H was one of the best workers of his generation.
Incredible chemistry. Cold on the elbow on the back of the neck. Putting up a united front as this match.
And now we got Shawn Michaels and Randy Savage once again. Also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance, you ought to try and find Randy Savage's unreleased matches. It takes him back to his independent days and his early WWF career. You also get to hear the late, great Gorilla Monsoon, one of the best commentators of all time, and Lord Alfred Hayes on the mic. Now, Shawn Michaels versus Hogan. Well, I meant, like, if we could teleport someone from this generation back in the 80s. Like, you had the ability to teleport one wrestler for a one-time match with no time interference, no, you know, wrestling before you were born type bullshit, just a one-on-one fantasy match. Who would you have with Randy Savage? Me, personally, I would have loved to have seen Randy Savage mix it up with Seth Rollins. Oh my God, Gunther versus Savage? Ooh. Ooh. You know, I would have loved to have seen Gunther versus Ric Flair. I mean, who would win a chopping contest between Wahoo McDaniel, Ric Flair, or Gunther? My God. Yes. Oh, you're absolutely right. Actually, I'll do you one better. LA Knight versus Roddy Piper on the mic. Because where Savage was amazing on the mic, Piper was just a cut above Savage on the mic. And half the time when you watch Savage's promos, you think Savage is tripping out on LSD. Now, I think one of the worst wrestling matches I've ever seen was Hogan and Shawn Michaels at the 05 SummerSlam. Because originally, Shawn was supposed to go over Hogan, and they were supposed to set up for a rematch, and like Hogan's like, nah, I'm gonna go over, and Shawn got pissed off about that. You know, back in that time period, back in the late 70s, early 80s, I believe it. I believe it, and you know, I think Piper was on cocaine most of the time.
And he slides him back to the mat. Look at Triple H. Top rope. Tag made.
Actually, speaking of The Miz, I have a dream opponent for him. The model Rick Martel. Rick Martel, former AWA heavyweight champion, multiple-time Intercontinental champion. I mean, The Miz, like, who would win in a triple threat match between The Miz, Mr. Perfect, and Rick the Model Martel? And apparently AEW is going to have Ricky Starks fight a 65-year-old Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in a strap match now because of the whole CM Punk situation. Brian, we already know you would whip my ass from pillar to post, so we don't even need to do that match. And now here we go, Indian Deathlock here. Reverse figure 4 here by Triple H.
I'm not quite sure if this man shouldn't tap out. Look at this. Pound it away. Oh, and that'll break it up. Headlock. Oh, cheap shot right above.
Well, people are going to see that at the end of the line pay-per-view. It's going to be a War Games match between me and Brian.
Double underhook. Here we go. Perfectly applied. Good night. Wow. Triple H got it. Cover. Just barely making it out.
Now, Brian, if my character loses on the 10th to Rice Jr., my character will not be in that match. However, I will have a substitute wrestling in my place.
To work to push past the finish line. Oh, knee lift.
But, I mean, if you guys, you guys got YouTube now, you really should look up the Rick the Model Martel.
Man, you've done enough.
I mean, the dude was just an amazing,
Longer can these superstars continue to fend off defeat?
I mean, just an amazing
Measures of tenacity.
wrestler.
It's gonna take
Same with Greg Gagne, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
into the action.
I mean, I really wish that Vince McMahon, because I know Vince has the rights to certain old-timers like Bruiser Brody. Like, I would love to have Bruiser Brody in a video game. Bruiser Brody or the Missing Link. Ah, man, there's just so many great wrestlers from yesteryear that I don't think the new generation knows about. And right now, Triple H and Hogan going at it. Brian, I will never play you in an NBA game. I suck at that game. You would destroy me like 100-3. I know my limitations, Brian. I'm gonna. I am not a fool. And speaking of Adam Cole, like, I don't get where Tony Khan's booking Adam Cole to be a tag team champion, which here's the thing, Adam Cole could have been the next Shawn Michaels had Vince just pulled the trigger on him. Just like they're not really pulling the trigger on LA Knight yet. And I really wonder now if John Cena's going to wrestle at all during his time back on SmackDown. Yokozuna versus anyone. Okay, Yokozuna versus Brock Lesnar. I think Yokozuna versus Brock Lesnar. I don't even think Brock Lesnar could suplex that fat ass. by the time Yokozuna died, he was like what, 600 pounds? He was so out of shape. But another person who I hope that'll be on the next video game is Lex Luger, the total package. Like, Lex Luger had an amazing run in the WWF, also in the NWA and WCW. Like, Roderick Strong beating MJF to keep MJ. I mean, here's the thing. MJF has, what, 5 months on his contract right now? Because we're in September now. So, October, November, December, January. We don't know exactly when MJF's contract runs out, but MJF's going to leave AEW. He's already hinted at it. And Tony Khan can throw all the money at that kid. If MJF wants to leave, he will leave. Because he wants to follow Cody. He wants to go to the big time. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, we get Harley Race versus Roddy Piper. Well, here's the thing. Tony Khan doesn't know how to keep talent. He made the mistake of letting Brian Pillman go, who's the son of Brian Pillman Jr. He's now with NXT. And MJF is 26 years old. You team him and Dominic Mysterio up, you will have two of the biggest heels and the biggest draws on the mic. But, I mean, WWE is the be-all, end-all. Yes, you can be the AEW champion, but you're in the secondary promotion. I mean, to be in a WWE ring is hollow ground. It's sacred ground. You can say that you finally made it and you followed in the footsteps of like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, Triple H, Roddy Piper.
He's just here to kick some you-know-what in the most unhinged way possible. And maybe chew some bubble gum while he's at it. Yeah, but he's facing off against Harley Race. Listen, Harley is a bad man from a different time. Once upon a time, he put a bounty on an opponent's head.
And also, here's the thing.
Yeah, I shudder to imagine what he's capable of doing with his own two hands tonight.
Triple H will know exactly what he gets with MJF, and I don't think Triple H will make him a mid-carder. Because if you're watching how he wrestles and how he is on the mic, I don't see MJF in NXT. I see MJF going right to the main event. Because he's already an established star. But it all depends on who's booking at that point, because later this year, before 2024 comes out, that merger is complete, and there's already dissension between Triple H and Vince, because Vince wants to bring back Shane, and Triple H has already said that if Vince comes back, Triple H will resign, and he will go into various projects. I mean, Triple H could buy up the NWA because he has that much money. Triple H has made that much money that he could literally buy his own promotion and go toe-to-toe with either WWE or AEW because Triple H has those connections.
It's all about hit and run tactics. You can't let him grind you down in the middle of the ring. Yeah, letting Race get control and take you down on the mat sounds like...
And also, one of my favorite Roddy Piper matchups, that first ever dog collar match with him and Greg the Hammer Valentine. Shane should have never came back, first of all.
Harley must be getting phased by this attack. A smart strategy here. He's trying to stay mobile, not letting Race get control. Can he score the pin?
And Roddy Piper just beat Harley Race. Wow, he Goldberged him.
Here is your winner, Roddy Piper.
No other way to put it, guys.
Yep, and you know what?
As always, Cole, you're more polite than
I'm fine with that. I'm so thankful that Jerry the King Lawler is still alive. The man was an absolute professional when I met him back in 2016. I was the only person at that convention that I went to actually get a picture with him, and I actually got to talk to him for about 10 minutes before he left. Just an amazing ambassador for the sport, an amazing ambassador for WWE. That man has set a Guinness World Record of most independent championships won by a singles wrestler.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring.
And I'm loving the promotion. I'm loving the promos here between Atticus Black and Rice. By the way, guys, if you're liking what I'm doing, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button.
And his opponent from
So we got Jerry the King Lawler versus Razor Ramon. I expect this to be a squash match, to be honest with you. And Lawler all over Razor Ramon.
Lawler is so crafty and he has absolutely no shame. He'll win at any cost, unless he's wrestling you, Michael.
It's true. His only documented weakness is, well, it's me at WrestleMania.
And he'll be dealing with a smooth-talking machismo oozing.
And Jerry the King Lawler here showing that he still has it.
Say hello to the bad guy. You want to talk about a man who knows how to carve you up and get the job done?
And also, Jerry the King Lawler, an amazing artist, too.
You want more for the bad guy. He must have had that scouting. He's been placed in the corner now.
And also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help me get new content, you can donate to the channel. I have my Cash App information. And Brooklyn Joker, let me ask you, who was your favorite Attitude Era wrestler and why?
What do you need to do to come away with the win? Rinse and repeat from the last 40 years.
Jerry Lawler's been wearing opponents down with that grueling old-school style. It worked in Memphis. It's worked on countless opponents, but not you.
It's a shame that Lawler didn't beat The Miz and hold the WWE Championship just for one night. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Razor him up.
Maybe that will set him up.
And eventually, ladies and gentlemen, once I get monetized, I'm going to have merch. Oh, Logan Paul and Dirty Dom Dom would be a hell of a heel tag team.
Razor able to avoid impact.
But
Wrenches the arm.
here's the thing. I don't think Nakamura's going to win tomorrow night at Payback. As much as I would love my boy to beat Seth Rollins, I don't think it happen. I mean, it could happen. Stranger things have happened. I mean, if they were ever going to trigger, Nakamura being World Heavyweight Champion,
This isn't the smartest thing.
I mean, because right now Rollins needs time off. He's hurt.
Attacking him. Drop.
Brooklyn Joker, no, you'll be facing Michael Rice on September 10th. And abdominal stretch. I don't think Dirty Dom Dom will be the one to beat Roman. Honestly, if I had to pick someone to beat Roman, I would love to say it would be Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker or Carmelo Hayes. I mean, here's the thing. All three of those men are very, very young. Dominic's 26, Braun Breaker's 26, and I think Carmelo's 28? So they're all just entering the prime of their careers.
Some damage already.
Oh, that would be dirty for Solo Sikoa to just...
Kicks out.
Oh, great.
And you gotta think he's just one
The internet's
blow away from
taking a shit right now.
We're going to see it way up there. Razor's Edge. Is there any life left on the King? He kicks out somehow.
Oh, and how the hell did Lawler kick out of the Razor's Edge?
Reno's in shock. Yeah, but no one's more shocked than the man who thought he had a pinfall. I can see it in the eyes from here. Disbelief. Unbelievable how this one is still going on.
Squared by a haymaker. Razor Ramon letting the crowd know who's in charge. Chico.
LA Knight, I don't think he's ready, which is why I think he's going to end up winning the United States title first and then getting a shot against Roman. You have to build him. I mean, if LA Knight wins the Royal Rumble, then yeah. But I mean, I still think Cody may be the one to beat Roman Reigns. I could see that. I could see LA Knight beating Gunther.
Razor Ramon not sweating, giving his opponent time to recover. He thinks he's got this one in the bag. Stop groaning and put your attention back to the match.
And Razor Ramon wins by countout.
Here is your winner, the bad guy, Razor.
And so now coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got Brother versus Brother, Undertaker versus the Ministry of Darkness, Undertaker. Which here's the weird thing. If you look at the managers, you don't see Paul Bearer.
This match ending by countout is not satisfying to the WWE Universe. I think they may demand a rematch.
Wow. The commentary is just late on that. And Hellfire and Brimstone.
Favorite demon.
I wish we had Attitude Era Kane on here. I really do. And really, Kane and Undertaker ought to be inducted twice as the Brothers of Destruction.
Lord of Darkness has arrived.
I didn't think it'd be possible, but somehow the Undertaker has become more sinister and even more evil.
Like, here's the thing. I think Chad Gable could beat Gunther. But, I mean, really, the Honky Tonk Man's only claim to fame is being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. And I wonder if the WWE got permission to.
What otherworldly influences may come into play?
Kane and Taker have done it all over the years, from No Holds Barred to Buried Alive, from Hell in a Cell to Inferno.
Everyone thinks Edge is going to AEW, but Edge already has a contract renewal from WWE. He just doesn't know what he wants to do yet. Edge is not going to AEW. His WWE contract ends at the end of September. People don't know if he's going to re-sign or if he's just going to stay retired. Because how can you top Toronto, is my opinion. Plus, Edge is almost 50 years old. Does he need to keep doing this? I mean, his neck is on borrowed time.
Kane's game is as mental as it is physical. His opponents know he's
Just like Darby Allin's career is on borrowed time.
You got nowhere to go but up.
Kane counters. Gotta find a way to get out of this. He's got it covered. And puts the shoulder up.
Impressive one count, but still very early.
Looking for a little bit of high risk here, it seems.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, click like and sub to Chaostic. Click like and sub to Nico Gamer 259. The Brooklyn Joker and Atticus Black.
He's taking some good hits. If he can hold the line here, he'll be in a good position. Boom! Look at this. Oh, nice. Perhaps thinking about what to do next here. Driven face first into the apron. Imagine having to continue competing after eating the apron like that. And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
Oh, welcome to Last Red Night. He says MJF should end Roman and Seth Poopins. Wow.
Where's the haymaker?
This could do it.
And right now, The Undertaker all over Kane.
And a kick out by Kane, channeling his energy to stay in this matchup.
Timely reversal on Undertaker.
He's completely tied up. And the Undertaker got busted up by that last attack.
And Kane now looking for that diving clothesline. Now let me ask you guys something. Do you guys think the streak should have been broken?
The big red machine down with the chokeslam. The Undertaker in a bad way. Kane wins. Kane gets it done, folks.
Here is your winner, Kane proving why he's the devil's favorite demon as he stands over his brother, The Undertaker.
I don't think this will be the final nail for Kane and Taker. This is a deeply personal war that is far from settled.
And Kane beating The Undertaker. By the way, Brooklyn Joker, is my stream still going? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of our Attitude Era tribute. We got Jake the Snake Roberts taking on the Ultimate Warrior. And the Last Red Night says Starks is going to slay the dragon and put him in the old folks' home. Ricky Steamboat is fighting at... look, Ricky is too old. He should not... literally, he should not come out of retirement. I'm surprised Tony Khan hasn't asked Ric Flair to come out of retirement.
Never trust a snake.
And it's a shame that Jake the Snake Roberts never really became World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, he was a multiple tag team champion and junior heavyweight champion in the Crockett promotions in the Mid-South territory. And there you see Jake the Snake talking trash about the Ultimate Warrior, who a lot of people think was just a flash in the pan. And the Snake all over the Ultimate Warrior right now. So, Joker, who do you have winning this match? Snake or Warrior?
From what he finds most comforting, the charge of pain and the smell of combat.
Those words aren't any more comforting to hear. There'll be no place to run against the Warrior.
And we'll see if he's ready for the psychological warfare of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Few superstars are as menacing as Jake Roberts. You always have to be on your toes when he's in the building. Roberts will lay in wait until the perfect time to strike presents itself.
Military press.
And the Brooklyn Joker is going to pick Jake the Snake Roberts.
Talk about dismantling your opponent.
You know, you say this match is boring, The Last Red Night, but yet you're still commenting and watching. Thanks for the watch time.
Fine-tuned mind games, but which of those attributes do you think will be the most important tonight, Corey?
It's absolutely his physicality. Just about every move Jake the Snake has in his arsenal hurts, and that's ultimately all that matters here.
Right to the face.
My God. Feel the power. All the little warriors are on the charge.
be the hardest.
And the last Red Knight says Ricky Starks is the future and Brian Cage could beat Lesnar. Now that's an interesting matchup right there. To machine Brian Cage and the alpha male of our species, the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Here's a dream fatal four-way. Powerhouse Hobbs, Batista, Brian Cage, and Brock Lesnar. Who wins? You decide. And short arm clothesline by Jake the Snake, and I think the Snake Man's going to find himself on the winning side of this. Was going to go for the DDT, but the Warrior blocked it. You know who I miss, not being on this game? Rick Rude. I would love to do a Warrior Rude rivalry with Bobby the Brain Heenan as the Rude's manager. Brooklyn Joker says Brock Lesnar. I tend to agree.
He heads outside. Countouts legal in this match.
Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly.
Jake sidesteps that.
Look, Red Knight, Brock Lesnar would probably destroy everyone in that ring.
Not a bad place to be in, but the longer this goes, the more trouble a superstar exposes themselves to.
And right now, Jake the Snake. Who could forget Jake the Snake versus Andre the Giant? Andre was scared shitless of that snake, man. My God. It was Andre who originally crushed Damien, and so Jake the Snake got a bigger python. And Warrior avoided that running bulldog by Snake. Agreed, Joker, agreed. And the Warrior wins.
Brutality finally comes to an end.
Here is your winner, the Ultimate.
I smell something. I don't know if my son pooted, or if that's the smell of his diaper earlier. He's asleep right now. I'm going to have to check him when he gets up. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have China versus Lita. And so we got China versus Lita. And this is the final match of this video. And again, guys, click like and sub to Atticus Black, Michael Rice Gaming in reaction with Mickey, Brooklyn Joker.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Redondo Beach, California. The ninth wonder of the world.
China.
Here comes the Queen of Extreme.
And so we got Lita versus China here. These two women were pioneers in their own time.
And with this match underway, I'd be remiss if I didn't
And
acknowledge that
I
it's
think we just got
certified
Brooklyn
all-out
Joker who's still watching.
ready for action. As skilled in the ring as they come. Some have said Lita was actually ahead of her time.
You won't hear me disagree with that. But we're in the here and now.
And shout to Logan.
Veteran experience to good use here.
No, I'm sure she will, Corey.
But she's squaring off against the physically imposing China.
Honestly, physically imposing.
Collar elbow tie up now.
Saxton. Throughout her career, China has been a physically dominant force in WWE. Few people have even been able to come close to matching her strength, no matter how hard they've tried.
Oh no.
And Brooklyn Joker going to say Lita for the win now.
I don't know what choice she has except to tap out here. She's going to have to tap.
I'm not sure she can escape out this. And yes, she does.
Turns the tides.
Targeting the neck.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be right back.
And a reversal by Lita. Elbow smash. Bam. Lita has proven over the years to be one of the toughest superstars, male or female, in this industry. How do you prepare for someone with that kind of reputation, Corey?
The idea of trying to outdo Lita's toughness is easier said than done. The key is to remind yourself not to let up on the offense. Because tough doesn't mean invincible, and everyone has their limits, even Lita.
And the next show, ladies and gentlemen, will be a ECW and Ruthless Aggression combination show.
Everyone needs to get out of the way of this fight. This feels so unsafe. Looks like she just tested China's dominance with that attack.
Lita's veteran instincts in action.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Lita thinking high risk. On the top. Big mistake there, Corey. But she knows that now. Ow! Lives to fight another day. She heads out of the ring.
And so now we got Lita and China going at it here.
I've seen Saxton thrown out of a few local bars like that before.
Please don't remind me, Corey.
Oh, man, by the hair.
And Lita just flinging China around like a rag doll.
Throws her back in from ringside.
Tossed into the corner.
Right in the jaw.
What a shot.
And China trying to slow the pace down.
Oh, my God, this is going to be nasty. I can't believe these. Can she do it here?
Oh, somehow. She just shocked everyone in the ring.
And China just dominating this fight right now.
Control in there. I like this aggression, just pure brutality.
Easy.
And there is no other term for that than
And now China just trying to damage Lita's back now. Glad to have each and every one of you on here.
Yes, China taking flight. Able to avoid impact.
And it's reverse pain for that mistake. Quickly, the cover. She overcomes the pinfall attempt.
Close call, but not enough yet.
And Lita going to go for a twist of fate there.
Lita showing her firsthand how it's done.
That's experience in effect.
Will it be?
And Lita going to go for the pin.
She gets this.
Oh, and China somehow, some way kicks out.
All there.
And Lita unloading on her opponent. Nico, if you're watching, take some lessons.
A sidewalk slam. She shoots up the top rope.
Dangerous thinking.
And Lita going to go for the best moonsault ever.
China won't come back from that.
Two.
And China kicks out of that. Lita cannot believe it.
Talk about resilient.
Did you see how
And Lita getting these JBCW fans whipped into a frenzy.
Lita went all out? It wasn't enough. Wonder where her head's at now after coming so close.
And China rolls out. And Lita going to go suicide dive.
That's finding any which way to topple the competition.
Hurling your own body like that.
And the Queen of Extreme.
Oh, that backfired.
And a lot of people would argue that Beulah McGetticuddy was the original Queen of Extreme from ECW.
Oh, man, check out this power.
And Lita reverses it into a pinning combination. This is not a Falls Count Anywhere matchup.
And now thrown back into the ring.
Brutal face buster. Lita knows she has the whole WWE Universe behind
And this is the main event of this video, ladies and gentlemen. Collar elbow tie-up. Sidewalk slam by Lita.
Forearm right to the jaw. What a hit from Lita. Lita with a kick to the midsection. DDT.
Lita was right on target.
Cover. 2. That's it. Lita wins. Here is your winner, Lita.
And so Lita wins, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have each and every one of you on here. I'll see you guys. Same breakdown time, same breakdown place. More special episodes will be forthcoming.